Okay, is there no chat? I guess there's no chat. That's not working right there. Live chat entry. Hey! Is the chat not working? Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Go to the settings. Okay. So 15 minutes. Here we go. I should have had that on before. There we go. I just want to be one step up, not two. Also, I don't want to be on CFX. Let's be on a different pair, something more nominal. 3 minute to the 5 minute. Next one up. How about that? Reload. There we go. All right. Good deal. Let me see, where are we now? May 14th, what are we looking at? May 6th, that's fine. Finally above. I want to get rid of these boxes for now because they're just kind of in the way. Go, 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 go. There we go. All right, so actually below, this should not be breaking through. This will not break through here. looks weird. Why is it that? That's weird. Okay. Sorry if you hear me sipping in the background. I'm just, hanging out, studying some things with my new indicators. They're built based on the theory and math, right? As well as based on my experience with with technical analysis. So I write the code that makes the indicators show certain things in the market, right? Because you want to see your support and resistance levels right here, right? You want to see when there is a dynamic support and resistance area where there's like major support, major swings, stuff like that. Again, I'm having a hot tea in the background. I don't want to be on this currency pair. I want to be down here. You notice my list? It's kind of short, right? It's not like dozens of things here. I'm interested in some of these because I'm invested in some of them, so I want to be able to see where I am in my positions. But primarily, there's certain ones which I know that they're flagged. You can't see the flag here because I don't want to add the flag. There's certain ones that I trade regularly, right? Actually, I don't need to go back to that thing. So yeah, let's see how this is doing. Let me take this off. Let me just kind of, let me take a look at this live action right here. Let's see what's going on. I am below the 200, so I only catch these swings, these breaks. I'm going to be doing a video later on. And yeah, it's kind of a cool video. Some new pivot kind of area when you should be looking for certain pivots to break and not break. So let me see, 1, 2, 3. What I'm gonna do? Let me turn these off for a second, right? I want to show you something. Just kind of hanging out. Let's see. Yep, I'll be in the room right now. So fractals, right? I'm gonna do a more in-depth video about this in a little while tonight. I like using fractals on a 9 period. Okay. What I also want to do is, you say your fractals are, you got a new high fractal, low fractal. I want to change the colors. Sorry. I don't like these colors this way. Put this one this way and this one this way. See, it's easier for me to understand this now. So I get a green one on top, green's on top, pushing down, right? Red one's on the bottom, pushing up. Great. Now, I don't want you to think that you can just enter when you see these fractals. There's really nothing difference between this and like the chandelier exit. It doesn't really make a difference, right? I'm using a 9 period fractal. That means, okay, here's the low, right? It marked that. But to do a 9 period fractal, you have to look at 4, 4, and 1. 4 candles this way, 4 candles that way, and the one you're looking at. What you need for a low pivot, a fractal is a pivot. It's the same thing. A fractal is a pivot, okay? What you need for a low fractal to show up, this one, is that all of the preceding 4 candles need to have a low that is higher than this one, and all of the latter candles, all the candles afterwards, have to have a higher low. So basically, all the lows here are higher than this one. All the lows here are higher than this one. And this is the lowest low, okay? Out of 9 candles, And that happens, out of 9 candles. So that ends up being this is the low. But to do that, first these 4 have to print, and then this one, and then these 4 have to print. So it only works after. This will show up after, right? After the other 4 candles have appeared. See, there's no fractal here now, right? So I got 1, 2. If I go one more, I still don't have it. Okay. And then now I have it. There you go. Now I need the other candle. Here you go. There. Now my fractal should show up, right? Let's see. All right. So the calculation on the Williams R fractals looks like it's actually going to be 9 afterwards. So let's see how it works. And this is why you can't just use fractals as an entry. You just can't do that because they show up late, right? Fractals are supposed to be showing you previous price action, okay? The low is here. This finally gets a close over here. And how many candles is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, this is give me after 9. This will give me 9 this way and 9 this way. I thought it was just going to give me 4 and 4 plus this 1, but it's not what it's doing. Hang on a second here. There we go. All right. Cool. So again, I know there's people watching. That's fine. You know, just hanging out. I'm just kind of going over some basic stuff about fractals right now. And yeah, you can get involved in the chat room. The chat room's there. Go right ahead. I'm also studying the indicators that I have created. Okay, some of them, and we'll get into that in a second. So anyway. So we have these fractals here, right? They show up after 9 candles this way, 9 candles this way. All these lows are higher than this one. All of these lows are higher than this one, okay? Higher than this low. All the lows are higher. All the lows are higher, okay? Every one of them is higher. That's why this fractal shows up here. Same thing happens here and here, okay? 9 both ways. It looks like it's looking for 9 both ways, right? Same thing here. All the highs are lower. All the highs are lower. This is the highest high. That's why it gives you this signal, okay? Now, you're not looking at fractals as a reversal. You can't do that because they show up too late. What you do is you look at them as a market structure. That's what you do. You look at them as a market structure. Now, the key thing is to note, which ones do you look at, okay? That's the important thing. I'm going to go into the study of this later on tonight when I do another video. I'll upload it tomorrow, but I want you to understand like where it's coming from. So like here's your low, right? Here, it's right there. And just for the sake of argument, I'm going to show you why this is not the one you want to worry about. Like this is the one that you want to worry about. Okay, this is the one that you want to break. When it comes to fractals, you need your new closing price to exceed the high, or the new closing price has to exceed the low. Now that doesn't mean you wait for one of these to show up and you close either below this one or above this one. It doesn't work that way. That's not how it works. Okay. You have a low down here, but you need to know, where is your 200 period moving average? Now that makes a little something, right? So if my 200 period moving average is like this, I'm sorry, if it's down here, if my price is above my 200 period moving average, then the only thing I care about, right? The only thing that I care about is going to be my green fractals, okay? The high ones. That's all I care about. Let me do this here. I can't even add like text to this thing. I don't like that. So this is a 200 period moving average. Let's just say it is. I could put one on the chart, but let's see here. There. This is at 200 right here. Okay, so I'll turn these off. I'll even turn the bar colors off. I don't want to mess anything up. 200 right there. Okay, great. There. And turn this one on. Now, there's your 200 period moving average. Price is closing above the 200 period moving average. Price is closing above the 200. Okay, that's where we are. It's continuously closing above the 200. So what you want to do to enter a long trade, and this is for people who want to be breakout traders. This is how you do breakout trading. All right. What you're doing is you're waiting for your price to nicely close above the 200. It closes above, and you just look backwards for that previous fractal, right? You're just looking for that. Here's that fractal. There's the high. You want to break above that, okay? Now, the reason why this gets difficult is because you can put fractals on here, but like what period length do you use? Now that I realize that this is looking for 9 periods left and right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change this. I don't want to look for 9. I want to look for half of that, which is, well, half of 9 is 4.5, right? I can't do that. So I'm going to put down 5, all right? There. Let's go back to this. So what I need to do, I know it's more fractals, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. At least you can see that your highs are getting lower. You got lower highs. Then you got a higher high, right? And higher highs. So now you know you're above your 200. You got a high, a higher high, and a higher high. So now you know that you are above, that you're in an uptrend, okay? So that's the benefit of like using fractals. You get to see the direction of your trend a little bit easier with the 200, okay? Now, what do you do with the fractals once you get them? It would be really nice, you know, if they would draw lines out and you break that line, that tells you to enter into the market, like enter into a long trade, right? So that's the key thing. Your 200 period moving average is here, right? The only thing you care about above the 200 is the fractals on top. When your price is below the 200, you care about the fractals on the bottom. So if you're here, let's say, and your price, let's get rid of this. Your price is now closing below the 200. Okay, so you immediately look at this fractal or this low, right? This swing low here. You look at that one and you simply go, okay, I need to close below this and I can enter short, right? My case, what I'm doing is this. I'm going to map out something a little bit different. I have a high right there. I have a low. There's my high, there's my low. This is what I want to know. I need to either break above this or below this because I never trust that the price is just going to keep moving in one direction. Like for example here, like dips down and it dips right back up. Dips down, dips back up, down and up, right? I got lower highs and just some irregular lows here right now. So I'm going to use this channel to just mark off my previous highs and my previous lows. So anyway, let's move forward a little bit. I need to close below this line to enter short or close above this line and enter long. I love my tea. Okay, so now I got a new fractal, right? So let me just bring this down here. There. Okay, you don't have to do this. I want you to understand this from a visual perspective, okay? Just a visual representation. Now I need to close above this, but I need to be closing above my 200, okay? And the only time I care about this is if I'm closing below the 200. Here's my most recent low. As you can see, the highs and lows are getting more narrow. What does that tell you? Price is starting to range, okay? As you know, with range trading, when you're range trading, you only want to trade in from the outside. I don't have a new low to like catch the move coming out and then back in. I don't have a high coming out and back in. I don't have that. So none of that's happening right now. So I'm not really worried. I need to close above the high or above the low, whatever. So here, see, little fake out right there. Nice little resistance. I'm above my 200 now. So I'm looking for a breakout above this, as long as I don't get a new fractal with a new, with a new line on it. Now, the cool thing is here, I mean, you could simply do this like right here. Trend line, here's a high, just draw a line, right? There's that. And again, here's a low, here's a low, here's a low. Like just draw a line right through the lows. You can see what's happening. You've broken out of this little triangle pattern, right? You've broken through the range. You're above your range. You don't have a new fractal yet. So here you could basically get into a long position, just right there. Your RSI is in an uptrend. And if you had this nice little histogram, Macchiato RSI that I put together, this is showing you something very particular. Hold on, let me see what's in the chat room. Okay, nothing. All right, good. So what you got going on here is like it's showing you like this is ranging, right? This is ranging. But then you've got momentum taking place, like it's immediately starting. This is suppression. So right here, this is resistance right there. There is resistance at this level. I'm going to draw this right there. I'm just going to put that up there, okay? I'm just doing this for resistance, just whatever, right? And we'll call it resistance, okay? Now, that's resistance. That's what this, this light green line is. And then, price is trying to move up. The momentum is trying to move up, but it's getting resistance. Then it starts moving up. It broke through the resistance on a tiny candle, okay? Then it broke outside of the channel that I had drawn out from the high and the low. I've broken out of that high and low. Now, usually what you do is you wait for it to break above, get a retest, and go back up, right? So let's give that a shot. You want to break above, get a retest, and go back up, okay? Here. Okay, see? It's good that you don't enter right away. Okay. I want to retest that area. Okay, now I got a new high right here. Let me just kind of drop this out of here. I got a new high right there. So since I got a new high, I have to break that high. I just have to. Okay, there we go. See how the candle stops right at the channel. Right at the channel. Okay, you got resistance. This is actually resistance zone that's taking place. Okay, let's see. Anything here? Nope, really? Nothing there. Okay. I don't have a new low to worry about. It'd be nice if I had a higher low. There's a little swing low right here. And if you'll notice, you can see this line right here, right? But if I try and connect this one, it ends up getting more steep, which is actually really good. Because that's basically telling you, here's your low, and now your new swing low in your price. If you're looking at price action, your swing low is actually steeper. So that's really, really good. You have a new high here. You got to break your high level. Just break through it. With a steeper price action, you break through it. Okay? Here's your entry. All right? Your retest was back in here. Price came up, retested your trend line, made a new one, and then came back up here. So you enter here. You know me. I like the RSI formula. Let's use that, right? Here's my swing low for the RSI, right? This here, right here. See? RSI makes it a little V. The RSI at this point is 1365. That's great. That's a nice, strong move. Okay, so that's 1 to 3.36. Let's go. 3.3. So, that's a big move. Okay, that's not bad. Really big move. 3.36. That's way up here. Okay. Now, let's pull this back down to the actual low. What I want to see is an RSI level that breaks below 0, okay, with a downward movement to it. And that would be my actual swing low. See, here's it breaks below, right? It doesn't go below the moving average, so I don't like this one. Here, it's below the moving average and it's below 0. Here's my swing low right down there, okay? That's an actual low. Sure enough, it's right at the bottom of the channel. I'm going to be very careful and cautious. I'm going to take that preceding low back here. This is my low. So this move ends up being a 1 to 1.28, right? 1 to 1.25, let's say. And let's see how far this goes. Now, what you usually do with this, I'm going to set a couple of take profits. Like I said, the RSI formula is always going to give you your extremes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a take profit, right? I see a nice move here. Swing high right here. It's pretty much equal to this zone going on. So I'm going to take the high of this, right? Right there. Let's go to that close right there. This is going to be my take profit 1. Let's just do this here. Right there. So basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to break that structure. That's take profit 1, right? I got another one right here. It's really close. I'm probably going to get a wick that's going to save me. So that's what I want to go for right there. Let me get rid of this one because I've already drawn it out there. Okay. So this is going to be take profit 1. I have another one right here, which is take profit 2, right? We do that. And that's if I get a close above this level, I can immediately go to this level and then look backwards, right? I have another one right there, right at that level. So, and then here. Now, once I mark these out, I immediately look for which one of them is overbought on the RSI. Okay, overbought on the RSI. This is an RSI 25. I don't care about this one. This is an RSI of 10. That's pretty cool, right? And this RSI here is 15, just about getting overbought. But yeah, let's just see how this works out. This is going to be my extreme right there. And this will be take profit 1. Take profit 2, right? And if I break these two levels, I'm going to this level. That's how it works out, okay? And that's your breakout. Hey, Donnie, what's up? Samuel, what's up, guys? Sunday, Monday, tricky. Hey, we are long or short? Donnie, I don't know what we are right now. I'm just kind of hanging out. I'm playing with a couple of new indicators and some strategies right now. I'm just kind of testing a couple things out. Welcome to the coffee shop, guys. Make sure you get your coffee. Just go ahead and, you know, well, here's mine. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I need a piece of metal for it, right? Oh, there we go. To be honest with you, I think we're really short in the market, Don. I'm going to be going short on everything for several months, to be honest with you. Like, it's really bad right now, right? Welcome, guys. Let's see. So anyway, here's what's going on, right? So here is my resistance. I actually broke through that. I'm going to leave this here, okay? I'm getting rid of this because I don't need it anymore. That was just for me to find out where my trend was changing. Let's find out how this works out. This little strategy I got going on. You break out of the channel, right? You break out of the channel, you're good. Now, by all means, technical. I should say this. This visually looks like a great setup because you have a move up, a test of your trend line, right? It's a test. It's a dip right through. your 200 period moving average, and then it comes right back up. Now, I understand what the theories are. I get it. You're not supposed to close below the 200. If you do, you're supposed to look for a new setup. Well, that's not necessarily true, because I'm looking at perpetual market right now, perpetual contracts. When it comes to perpetual, they seriously manipulate the market, okay? You don't have to worry about closing below the 200 and that setup being over. And what I'm talking about is using my Fibonacci tool, okay? And anytime price comes down to that red line, like down here, like right? Once you break above this and the price comes back to the golden zone and touches this red line, usually you're supposed to just give up and wait for a new trade, move over, and like set up again, right? But in perpetual markets, this red line does not exist. It doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to change this. I'm going to call this, let's see. The 088 is now going to be, we'll make this a fuchsia one, right? Can I make it purple? Yeah, there we go, purple. And this will be my perpetual one, right? I save as default. Save as C. Why is it called CDC crypto? Why did I do that? That's not right. Anyway, I'm going to save as CDC crypto right there. I'll copy over that one. Good. Now we're good. Good. So now this purple line for my setups, when I'm doing perpetual, this is where price needs to close below. You'll understand in another video. If price closes below this line, then my setup is no good. Okay. So let me see what's going on here. How many candles late are these fractals? Okay. Donnie, heads up. Okay. Fractals, it's an indicator that is built by TradingView or by whatever. It's done by Williams somebody, right? Williams R fractals. And I'll go into that in just a second again. I'm more than happy to repeat that, and I'll show you what happened with it before I do this trade. But fractals are very late. Do not attempt to use fractals, okay, as a entry indicator. What I'm going to do is let me go to my profile right here, and I'm going to show you something, okay? Go to my profile on TradingView. Give it a second, load up. Let's see. Come on. Load up. Let's go. Hope you guys could see that. I wonder what you can see. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, good. It's not loading yet. I'll just let it do that. So anyway, these fractals. Let me pull the chart backwards so you can see this, Donnie. Do not use fractals, okay, as a entry indicator. You see how price came down, made a V right here, and started moving back up, right? You cannot see that fractal. It cannot be there. You can't see it. I have fractals set up for 5 candles. And what that means is it's looking at 5 candles backwards and 5 candles forwards, okay? And it's looking for all of these lows have to be higher than this low. One candle has to be the lowest one. 5 candles before it have to be higher lows. 5 candles after it have to be higher lows. So if everything is higher than this low in both directions, then what you have is right? What do you have? You have a reversal of a downtrend. Okay, that's what you have. Price came down, went back up. But the fractals show up very late, and it is dependent on the period that you set. Okay, I have it set for 5, which means it's looking at, for example, it's looking at every single bar, right? But it looked at this one and it said, okay, all of these are higher lows. All of these are higher lows. I'm going to print a fractal, which means this shows up 5 candles late. All right, so here, bull bear question, why here? Okay, why you can't use fractals as a buy sell indicator. Donnie, I'm going to drop this in the chat for you, and I want you to go backwards and I want you to look at it. Okay, there. Go ahead, open that page, Donnie, and watch it later on. You're going to enjoy that one. It's just a little bit of an eye opener for you. Okay, so anyway, I had this set for 5. Now, do not mistake this. You can set this for 5. You can set it for 10. okay, and you get less fractals, right? See, now I've only got this one and this one. Don't think that you can just set it for like 2 and that your fractal is going to show up, okay? You'll get a fractal here, but you get fractals all over the place. Like, look how many fractals you get. That's ridiculous, okay? There's so many bad trades here. It's awful. There's nothing to do here, okay? I'm just setting it for 5. There we go. I'm just setting it for 5 for the sake of this video, okay? So that being said, you already know, Donnie, that, and everybody else, you already know that right around here we got a fractal, right? But look what happens. I just clicked 4 times, right? Here's my lows getting lower, and these two are even, all right? And now higher lows, right? So I've already got this going on. Where's my fractal? It's not there yet, okay? It's not there yet. Why? Because it's set for 5. It needs to see 5 before and 5 after. I'm waiting for the 5 after. Okay. One more. Nope, not there. One more. Still not there. I have higher lows in both directions, but I've got no fractals. There we go. So you can see here, all of these lows are higher than this low. All of these lows are higher than this low. But I don't get this reversal signal until this candle, okay? That's why you can't use fractals as an entry. Do not use them for an entry. You don't. They are simply markers that you look at in the past, okay? You read my mind. Yes, I know, Donnie. I saw where you were going with that one. What is it? Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. I got to open this link that somebody sent me. I want to see what this is. Yeah. Okay. Somebody sent me a link and it's doing nothing. I'm not sure what they're sending me. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. Here. Come on. Open. And it's not opening. Okay. I'll have to get back to that. So, let me see. Anybody? No message? Yes, I read your mind. Okay, good. So you see why fractals are not to be used as an entry indicator. All right, so let me just kind of get this back here, back to where we were. I want to get price back to where it was. Come on, load up. Let's go. All right, so Donnie, you got that video, the link to that video. You can check it out when you want to. I want to get back to this section because this is where I'm testing out my strategy and testing out these indicators. 1, 2, 3, let's see. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, catch up. Let's go. I got a day for you. One more. There. Okay. So a perfect example why you can't use fractals as an indicator, right? Even if this fractal arrived at the close of this candle, where would you go? Like, this is telling you to trade short, right? It's telling you price is moving up and it wants to move down. Okay, that's what it's telling you. So if you tried to enter short here, you'd be screwed. You would just be, you'd be nowhere. Where would you go, right? Where would you even set your swing high? Because like your swing high is way over here. Okay, there. That's your swing high. Let's say you wanted to use that as your stop loss, assuming that, oh, price is not going to go above that. I'm taking a short trade and I'm going to go down to this swing low over here. Okay, great. Good for you. You can see that that doesn't work. Okay, fractals are not entry indicators. Deal. So getting back into this. Here we go. So like I was saying earlier, it looks like this was the breakout candle of my of the channel that I had. Also, I was talking about using the fib tool. When you have a breakout, okay, you want to know how far it's going to go. This is why I designed this Fibonacci tool in the way that I did. Okay, you can see that here's the start of your move, right? Never mind the fractals. Never mind that. I don't need that right now. You can see the start of the move. You can also see where the move came back down and made a new low, which means that is the pullback. Okay, that's the pullback. So what you want to do is you want to take your fib tool, go to the start of the move, and put the white line on the pullback right here. So now it's saying that this is take profit 1, this is take profit 2, and way up here is take profit 3. I'm using, the swings of price to determine where my take profits are. And to be honest with you, now that I'm looking at it, I just realized I am working in a perpetual contract market. So I'm not taking the highs. Instead, I want the closes. I want the closing candles. So I'm not targeting this one. I was targeting this here. I want this close right here. All right. Not the swing high. I want the close. And then same thing here. Let me adjust this. I want the close here. And back here is another one. I can't take this close, obviously, because the close is way down there. That's just ridiculous. So let's see. Just beyond this one, there's a close right here. Nice hard little stop right there. So let's adjust that one to there. There we go. So these are my 3 take profits, and they all exist within the extreme of the RSI formula. And the Fibonacci tool is just kind of a little extreme on that one. So let's just take this off. Now, one thing here. Like I was saying about the Fib tool, you see this purple line, you see the red line, right? What you're doing is when you set up your pullback, you want to make sure that nothing has touched this red line on the way back down. Here's the pullback, and it entered the golden zone, right, between the 05 and the 618, and it never closed below it. This is a nice move up, okay? Go back here for a second. Let's see. Crypto Basti, what's up? Yes, this is the maestro. Can you check this chart, Baristo? What chart am I checking, dude? I'm in a live stream. Seems like a solid buy. Okay, higher highs. Great. Great way to start the week. Yeah, Basti. Cool. Thanks for that. Thanks for starting your week here. So anyway, I'm going to get into this trade now. All right. Let's see. We're on replay right now, so just a heads up. This is a resistance level. So what I'm expecting with this resistance level is that price is going to come up and it's going to retest this level. Hopefully it's going to retest this level. Or price is going to shoot way up and then it's going to collapse. Okay? Price is going to collapse somewhere and then it's going to shoot down really hard right into that level. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that this resistance is a nice key level. So play this live stream again and you'll see what I do with these fractals, okay? Just to understand where to get into my trade. All right, I'm gonna delete the fractals for now because they're useless to a point. So let's get into this now. Let's see. Here, I was already starting there. Get rid of this, and now we take our trade. I'm taking the trade at this point. I'm waiting for it to catch up. I'm sorry that the signal runs so slow. Kind of got a bad connection here. See how this works. Okay, big move pushing down, lots of resistance, and big equal, a larger equal base move pushing back up right at that resistance level. See, this would have been the entry for the long. Let's see. So this is where I entered because I wanted to get above that swing high, right? And that swing high was right there. So it looks like I needed to wait for the retest and then get in over this swing high here, right? This swing high right here. Looks like I need to wait for the retest of my 200. And there you go. See, that's a nice move. Retest. This is my actual entry. Okay. So let me take the RSI value from this as opposed to this one because I wanted to catch it from the retest. This one is a 14. Okay. Watch. It's going to be funny that it plots out to the same level. That would be really funny. Here's a swing low on the RSI. And 14 is going to be a 1 to 4.1, right? That's a pretty decent move. 4.1. Wow. Does this mean I have two maximum take profits? That's pretty impressive. So, seems like a solid buy. Thank you for that, Donnie. Okay, higher highs. I sent the link. Oh, you sent it to my email. Thank you, Donnie. I promise I won't open it while we're on live stream. Sorry about that. Okay, here. And so I have a nice swing low right here. Okay, with these adequate closes, I want to find this level where price comes down. Let me turn this off. I want to see where price comes down, hits a nice solid low, and everything just kind of sits in a nice solid level, right? Got this, right? Okay, I see a nice level here. Okay, so what I'm thinking is that in this area, there's a bunch of stop losses. Okay, I'm thinking a bunch of stop losses in this area. So I'm just kind of draw up my lows right here. Okay, see what I'm doing? Now, what I'm doing is this. Here's a low, another low. I believe that people put their stop losses like right in here somewhere, okay? And I don't want to get caught out by anybody. So I'm going to put my stop loss down there. I don't want to get stop loss hunted, okay? I want to be a little bit further out. Another way to do this is you can find your, what do you call it? Your last two large red wicks, okay, on the top. Here and here. Get underneath that, okay? Get underneath it. There you go. Because those large red wicks, okay, those are looking for liquidity. That's what they're doing. They're looking for liquidity. You don't want to get caught in that liquidity area. And if you draw a, this is what I see visually. I know it's a lot of stuff on the chart, but I want you guys to see it and understand this, okay? So you got this, right? I'm drawing it right down to here. And then I'm taking this low and going straight down to the open of the candle, right there. Open of the candle. Let's go right there. So here, right? You see where I am now? I'm below that zone. I don't want to be inside that zone. I want to be below that zone. I don't want my stop loss hit. So let's see how this plays out now, right? Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting 5 candles. Come on and catch up, you. Either I clicked or I didn't click. Let's see what happened. Hello? Play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah. Why is my bar replay not connected? For shame. Shameful. Okay. Not sure what's happening there. Oh, there we go. All right, so we're good in our trade so far. Look, see what's happening. Okay. So we hit take profit 1. We're good. Let's move on. Smaller candle on the upside, but I do not have a swing low. There's no tail on this candle. So we're looking pretty good. Oh, also, I want to see this. Yep, still looking good here. All right, so this means range, okay? Just a little bit of range of momentum. I'm going to explain what this Macchiato trend is doing, okay? It's really, really nice tool. I really believe that this is going to replace the RSI altogether. People are just going to stop using the RSI once they start using this, okay? Is it here to replace the algo? No, it's not. It's not going to replace the algo. You still use it if you want to use it, right? Here we go. I'm just kind of dragging these out further. So I just kind of make them level again. There we go. All right. So we hit take profit 1. 3 more candles. Let's see what we got. Okay. We hit take profit 1. All of a sudden it comes down. It wants to retest that area. 2 more candles. Okay. We hit take profit 2. Already broke right through that one. Right. It's a nice little trade going on here. Pretty cool. I like this. Do we reach take profit 3? So the Macchiato trend is basically saying that we are scalping to a short position, but I don't have a red moving average on my RSI. So I think this is just a little range coming down. It's going to come to this low roughly and start moving back up again. That's what I think was happening. Give me 3 more candles. We're still bouncing around on our take profit 2. And we still have this trend line here, right? See how it's still working for me? I like that. Okay, good. Good so far. Now, at this point, I should be able, at this point on the Macchiato trend, I should be able to scalp down to my previous swing low or my previous like support level on this candle. And that support level is right back down to my take profit level. See that? Okay. Red moving average, RSIs to the downside, light red columns. This means scalp back down to that level. That's it. And that would be your first take profit. Okay, a couple more candles. Let's go. I hit my trend line and it bounces back up. See what's in the chat room. Anybody in there? Anybody in there? Hey, Manao, what's up? Wouldn't the 1416 RSI value be what? What are you saying? Oh, 14.16 RSI value. Wouldn't it be a 1 to 3.41? No, it's. Oh, wait, you're right, dude. Yes, you're right. And what did I set it for? Sorry about that, Manao. 1 to, let me see here. 1 to 3.41. Yes, dude, you are correct. 1416 is a 1 to 3.41. Okay. Yes, that is correct. I set it to the swing low right here. Okay. There. And so it's 1416. So it's a 1 to 3.41. Wow, I got that wrong. 3.41. There we go. Manao, thank you for that one. That's my extreme right there. Thank you so much for that. See, this is why it's good to trade with a team of people. Okay. Dude, you saved me just now. Thankfully, I'm not in a live trade. So let's see. So we're still ranging a little bit, right? Just finished my tea. So it looks like this was just a little liquidity grab, just a little ease in the momentum, but now it's catching back up again. Green RSI moving average. RSI is already to the upside. Dark green columns, which means long trade. You've bounced off of your trend line nicely. We're about to hit take profit 2 again. Let's see if we're going to break through it, right? See what happens. Also here, this would have been a resistance level, right? No, hang on. I'm looking for suppression. Yes, this is suppression right here. So at the high here, all the way down to here. So this is all suppression. Okay, I got it. We're good. Taking that long, back up, see? Bloop, just needed a little push to the upside, right? I'm going back to this low where it was before. Breaks back above. Nice green candle, nice green movement, right? There's a continuation at this point. I should have the stochastic up here to know exactly what's happening. So the issue is this, right? Usually what you see is, you see a trend of your RSI coming down, right? It's coming down, which means you have lower highs on your RSI. But these are lower highs. They're not lower lows that I've marked, okay? And if I do mark the lower lows, look, RSI low, RSI low, RSI low, right? But then where's the next RSI low? Here and here. So it's not as steep. I'm not worried about this. I'm expecting this to continue moving up. All right, there. So let's see where we go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, give me 3 more bars. Okay. Oh, we've broken below. Again, we are in a perpetual market. There's a lot of, what do you call it? Manipulation going on in perpetual markets. So stop biting your nails, everyone. All right. There we go. We've broken through take profit 2 once again, which was nice. Could have caught a few trades right there. Nice big move through take profit 2. I want to see the RSI value. 13. Okay, I'm looking at the RSI because I want to see the highs here. What's happening here? We have 13.9. We have 9. So this is a downtrending RSI. And then again, we break above 9. So it's 9.3 and 9.8. Nice move here. And this is 11. So it's continuously getting stronger. Let's drag this out. Looks like it's trying to pull liquidity. It's going to drop a little bit further. I have a red moving average, ranging, right? I have suppression right here. Okay. This could be that we never get to take profit 3. And instead, it comes all the way back down to this resistance, like I said before, right? Let's see here. We got a negative value right here. Do I have a break of the trend? I do have a break of the trend. What do you know? I have a break of my trend massively. Let's see. I need another low because I need 2 lows on the RSI. Here's a low. I don't have another low. Oh, there we go. Right? That's a low. So now I'm looking to get down back to. So it never made it past take profit 2. No big deal, right? All right. Never made it past take profit 2. I'm just kind of looking at my chat window real quick. Let's see if I missed anything. There we go. Allegedly, now I can wipe all this stuff out, right? There we go. So it looks like we're in this ranging area after hitting take profit 2 over and over again. And it seems like at this point, I can go short here. But remember, I said we're looking to break our previous swings. Here's the low. I got to get below that low to enter into a short trade. And I have to close below that low. Okay, let's see. Doesn't get there. Nope, not closing there. So my RSI is getting really tight, loss of momentum. It's getting really choppy. Like this is like not good. So what I see here is here's a low, here's a low, here's a high and a lower high. RSI corresponds with everything that I'm looking at. Now, does this mean we have a low, a swing up, and a retest? Is that what this is now? We're going to have a retest. Kind of get in there. Let's see. RSI breaks short. Oh, look at that. What do you know? That would have been take profit 3. That would have been our take profit 3. Let's kind of put that back on a chart. There you go. There's our take profit 3. Simply had to wait for it. Needed a little bit more push from the RSI. Just barely breaks above the take profit 3. Hits the first RSI value. I'm reluctant to believe that's going to go up to the next one. Let's see. I wouldn't get into that trade, though. I wouldn't do that. That's really scary right there. And this is a 3-minute chart, mind you. Okay. There we go. Dancing around a little bit. One more bar. Let's go. And we're done there. Yeah, see, I would stay out of this market. All these long wicks sticking out of the top, I wouldn't do anything here. I wouldn't do anything with any of this. Okay, so what I wanted to do is I want to back this up again. Okay, and I think that first trade we took was actually, let's see, this was the low. This was low. Okay, so I think that first trade that we took was right there, okay, if I remember correctly. And we ended up breaking, I'll just put the fib on it, from here, right there, to the, oh, that pullback. That's the pullback right there. So come out here. This was the first entry, right there. And we broke. Oop, I don't want all that. Ended up breaking here, right? Which tells me to get into take profit, go to take profit 2. Sorry, go to take profit 2. Because I crossed over this line here. There we go. Let's kind of mark this up. Put my markings up again. There, broke that one. And had a nice little break. Was looking for that one, if I remember correctly, right? Nope, I was looking for that high over here, this one over here. I was looking for this. Okay, now, why am I doing this? Okay, because I want to see if this other indicator that I made is actually working well enough. It follows price action. This one follows volume and momentum combined, okay? Has nothing to do with the ATR. I'll tell you about what it does in a second. And yeah, and then there's another one that shows you dynamic support and resistance areas. Here's my thing. I'll show you that dynamic support and resistance area first, okay? Pivots, like I can put anybody's support and resistance indicator on this chart, okay? In the chat room, name one. I will put it on the chart. Let's just do this live, right? And I'm going to show you that their support and resistance indicator is simply a pivot indicator. That's it. Pivots are not support and resistance. They are simply price swings. That's all. All right. Go ahead in the chat room, name a popular support and resistance indicator. I'll pull it up on my chart and I will add it up right here. And you're going to see that it matches these price swings. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. All right. Nobody answered it yet. No big deal. And I don't care if it's one that's made by the LUX group or if it's made by, Master Chief or anybody, whatever. Name an indicator and I will put it up on the chart. It has to be a support and resistance indicator that is popular, that you have used or tried or whatever the case may be. I got no problem doing that. All right. So what I've done is I've always been under the impression that support and resistance is a dynamic area. Okay. And here, let's go like this. Let's go like the brush, right? I believe that in here, there is some resistance. It's in here somewhere, right? Is there like a highlighter? Yeah. Okay. Can I change the size? No, I can't. So in here, there's some resistance area, right? And then in this area, the resistance area is getting smaller. It's just getting smaller. It may even be crossing through here, okay, and goes to the downside. Then resistance is all here. This is what I'm seeing visually, all right? And now your resistance cut through, right? And resistance is down here. Okay, so first it was above price. Then it cut through price. Then it was inside the price. And now it's below the price, right? That's what I think. Let me see what's in the chat room here. Dre the Trader. Hey, what's up, buddy? I did get your messages, your emails, Dre. And yeah, I'll be working on your thing. Yeah, the indicator that is on the bottom of my screen is not the indicator that you and I were talking about. So don't worry about that, okay? Yours is the one you're looking for is completely different. For those of you who don't know who are watching this live stream on replay, or if you're watching it live, there's a lot of viewers right now. There's some of you are viewing it on off YouTube right now because you're viewing the link on some remote website. I know what that is. I don't want to name it. And there are people watching a replay or whatever. Dre the Trader asked me for an indicator, and he's asking me to write a custom code for him. It is something that I do, just letting you know. I do write custom code indicators for people who ask them. I don't care if it's a theory or a calculation that sounds crazy to me. It may work for you, okay? I follow certain strategies. And by strategies, I don't mean YouTube strategies that I find. I mean, I follow certain strategies that I have built for myself over the years in trading, okay? Just watching price action and stuff like that. For example, most people will come to a perpetual contract pair, and they will think that they can trade it like it's spot trading. You can't do that, okay? You cannot trade spot trading style strategies on a perpetual market. It won't work, okay? So let me just kind of do this again, right? I believe that we have a resistance area up here. Let me turn this off and turn this off. I believe you have resistance up here. I believe you have resistance up here, and it's getting smaller. Okay, this is what I see in the market. Okay, and this is why I create these indicators, and it helps you see what I see. It helps you see all the hidden stuff. There's hidden things in the market. I believe that it's here, right? Resistance is here, and it's getting skinny. Right? It's actually kind of fat in this area. I just can't draw that. And then the resistance is here. All right? This is basically what I'm seeing when I look at the market. Okay? And these are your dynamic support and resistance areas. Now, a lot of indicators will just draw a straight line going all the way across. No, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. I strongly believe support and resistance is a dynamic area, okay? Just like a moving average, all right? Just like a moving average. You see how it is not just a straight line. Moving averages are not straight lines, and they are not zones, right? So if I was above the 200, for example here, I broke above and the 200 started to change direction. So here's the low, here's the high, going down, okay? This is part of what I see here, okay? Let me take a channel. Parallel channel. Like I said, I have a low. Here's where the moving average changes color, see? It's changing color. So I have a low and a high. Let me just go down through the highs. I got a high here and a high here, right? I'm just going to connect those two. I'm going to take this line and put it at the same level as that swing low, right? Down here. There. Now look what happened. Look what happened, okay? Here was the high, here was the low. All I had was this one and this one. This is all I saw on my chart. That's it, okay? I looked at lower highs, the other low, the change of the color. Mark them out with the channel. What happens? Price comes down, can't break the middle. Comes up, it's overbought. Comes down, has trouble breaking the middle. Finally, it just barely taps, taps, taps. How did it follow this trend line when all I did was this? This is all I was looking at. Okay, that's it. That's all I was looking at. And in the final moment, what I said is, at this point here, I believe that the resistance area is narrow. Okay, that resistance zone is narrow, which means price is going to easily break through it. Sure enough, it comes up, hits that same channel that I drew back here. Okay, same channel. All I did was connect this high and this high. But look at the other highs that it attached to. Okay, all right. Got into this zone. The zone is weak. Big candle gets inside the zone, breaks out of the zone. That's it. That's it. Okay. This is what I see when I look at the market. I know I'm an alien, right? Whatever. Let's see. Thanks. Can't wait to see the results. Very loud. Oh, okay. I'm at a very loud PF Chang's. Thanks, dude. Dang, gonna make some chicken fried rice. Oh, yes, that's right. Hey, yo, get me some General Tso chicken, okay? I'm all in on that one. Coffee Shop Crypto. You can't see what I'm doing? Why not? What happened? Let me see here. What's going on? Why can't you see what I'm... Oh, okay, hang on. Thank you. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, there we go. All right, so let me do this part over again. I don't know why it did that. I'm not sure why it did that. But thank you. All right, let me go back here. So let me turn this off. Okay. I'm not sure what point it stopped, so I'm just going to kind of go up here again. I drew these boxes up here because what I see in the market, right, is I see movement, price action. So I put these boxes here just to give you a rough visual representation. I believe that, what do you call it? Support and resistance is basically like a cloud or like some moving area, okay? It is literally moving around your price, okay? That's what I believe. That being said, when price comes near it and it's really big, it can't break through it. When price comes near it and it's really small, that area, because it grows and shrinks, okay? It grows and shrinks. It extends this way and that way. Even the diagonal part of it, it all moves around, okay? That is true support and resistance. That's what I believe, okay? So just like a moving average, all right? It is not a flat line like you see in these indicators. So like I was saying, let me see here in the chat room. Gotta know. I see your chart, but not the new stuff. Yes, sir. Thanks. Orders general. Thank you for the General Tso chicken. All right. Let me just make sure that this is still set up right. Let me just, hang on. Flick. Okay, good. We're good. All right. So like I was saying, when I look at the market, I look for certain things. I'm above the 200, I'm below the 200, and visually, like invisible, I can see these areas. So I created an indicator that will show you these areas. It will show you when you are below a resistance area. It will show you when you are inside of a resistance area or above it. Obviously, if you're above it, you want to be taking longs. If you're below it, you want to be taking shorts, right? If you're headed towards it, you want to get out when you get there. Now, what happens when you're inside that area, right? What happens if you're trading and you're inside that area? Well, that's your range. You're really just going to go, to the high and low of that area, and that's it. Now, sounds very generic, right? What I want you to do, guys, in the chat room, no one did it. No one answered it yet. So what I want you to do is I want you to go to, let me see. I want you guys to pick any support and resistance indicator in TradingView, okay? Pick any one of them that you have seen a YouTube video about. I'm going to put it on my chart right now, all right? And I'm going to show you how the indicators that they're drawing. I'm sorry, I'm calling them out. Pick the most popular one that you know of. Support and resistance. I'm going to call bullshit on that indicator right now because it is not an indicator or a pivot indicator. That's what it is. And if you paid for it, well, I feel bad for you. So go ahead in the chat room, put down a support and resistance indicator that you're familiar with, and I'll be more than happy to just kind of see what's going on with that one. Anyway, give me a second here. Let me hit the transition. Make sure we're still good here. There we go. All right, flick, and we're flick. Now, like I said, so I'll get to this in a little bit. And what I was saying before is, for example, here, my, what do you call it? My 200 period moving average changed colors, okay? It's just because price ended up closing on the other side of it. That's all. And I ended up with a higher lows and higher highs. Started moving that way. So I'm looking for the lows, right? I'm looking for these lows because I know that I am below some hidden, support and resistance area. I know that. So take a parallel channel, got a low and got a low. All I'm doing is connecting these two. That's it. Nothing more. Okay. I'm just connecting these two. Now I'm looking for the low below the 200. I'm just going to put the other end of this channel on that low right there. That's it. Right? Can I get there with this one? Right here. That's it. Okay. Now I want you to take a really close look at something. Okay. Just take a very close look. All I did was mark this and this and this. This is all I marked. But if you look at price, look how it respects this channel perfectly. Okay. Comes down, cannot break that midline. Goes up, it becomes overbought. Comes down, cannot break the midline. Goes up, hits the same channel. Again, all I saw was this. And it's plotting out exactly how price is going to move, right? Even these long wicks, look at them. These long wicks that came down, the close of these candles is above the midline. What is that telling you? You are still with upwards momentum, but price did not catch up yet. Okay? Long wicks on the bottom means you're still pushing up. Long wicks on top means you're pushing down. So you can't close below this midline. So I'm looking for a nice, a couple of lower, higher lows and higher highs. I'm waiting for it to happen. Break below, break outside, right? Retest, still on the top of that channel. Now I'm only looking for these long trades. Great. Let's see. Lux support and resistance with breaks indicator. Okay, JT, let's do it. All right, so let's pull this off. All right. I'm going to pull this off. You guys already know where I had these support and resistance zones, right? I'm going to show you what my indicator does in a little bit. Now, let's take the Lux, right? Let's see. Support and resistance levels with breaks by Lux Algo. 15,000 views. Not views, but boosts. Good job, guys. Really? No, good job on your marketing. Great job on your marketing. So I want you to tell me something. Let me turn off my indicators here. I want you to tell me something. Is this support and resistance or is it pivots? Because support and resistance is different than pivots, right? Let me set this for 9. Left bars, 9. Right bars, 9. Okay. And volume threshold 20. Doesn't really serve me any purpose. Let's just kind of zoom in here. Okay. All right. Let's do that. Let's see. Style, resistance, support. You know what? I'm just going to make them both red. Why not? Hang on. Let me make them white. There. Because mine is a different color. I don't care about the breaks. I don't care about that. This is the difference between a trader and a coder. And then there's a third person, a coder who actually trades in the market. That's different, okay? So here's your support, right? And it breaks support, but it doesn't drop. Here's your resistance, and it doesn't break resistance, but it drops. Okay, great. So this is resistance, this is support. No, it's not. I'm telling you, no, it's not. This is a pivot indicator. It's simply a pivot indicator. Look, here's a pivot indicator, okay? I'm going to turn mine on. I'm shutting these off. I'm going to set this for 9. Short-term pivots, 9. Now, with the Lux Algo indicator, you need to set 9 left and 9 right. On mine, you only have to set 9. That's it. You set one number, not 2 numbers. Yes, there is another number here, but that's for the high time frame pivots. Mine shows you current time frame and high time frame. I'm only going to show you current time frame, okay? So, short-term high pivot, short-term low pivot, that is the current time frame. There's a high, right? So let me turn mine on here and here. Tell me where my pivots are. Okay, this is a pivot indicator that I have here. Let me turn his off, right? His is off. Here's my pivots. There, right? Here, there's my pivot right there. Okay, I got these two, right? Let me turn his back on. Tell me where my pivots are. Here and here, right? So is this support and resistance, or is it a pivot indicator? It's a pivot indicator. This is specifically a pivot indicator. But let me get rid of this because it's bullshit. I don't like this thing. Mine, however, also shows you a support and resistance area that exists in the that exists on your chart. Okay? And you can't see it. Now you can see it. Let's do this. I'm going to turn off the pivots. Turning off all the pivots. Here's the background. This is support and resistance. True support and resistance. Okay? We're on a 3-minute. Looking at the 15-minute on the 9. Great. This is support and resistance. This is what it actually looks like. Let's kind of beef this up a little bit. Okay? There. And you see what happens with your price. You get into this area, candles get smaller, 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 then they get big and they break out. This is a true support and resistance indicator. See how when it's small, price breaks through easily, but when it's a big area, price has trouble moving around. It kind of lags and gets stuck in here, ranges a lot. See, it's inside, it's ranging. Big candles, doesn't break this previous high though. It can't get there. It's never going to get there. So there's that. Now, what happens when this area gets smaller, 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 right? Now it's real small. Big candle breaks through, retests, and it moves up, stays above it. And then here, stays below it, right? What happens when it's really big? It's a really big area. See? It can barely move. Price is ranging awful here. Right? You can't really trade this too well because it's just way too erratic. Right? Let's see. Boom. JT, boom. You're damn right, boom. Listen, and not for nothing. Lux Algo makes really great indicators. But I'm sorry. When it comes to certain things, I'm going to call you out. I'm just going to do it. That's it. You're just going to do it. So, this pivot indicator has a nice little piece of magic to it. So let's take a look at the moving averages, which will help you understand what's happening in the pivot cloud, right? In this support and resistance cloud. Let's put the moving averages back on. See, you are above your 200 period. You should be taking long trades, and you should only be trying to break your swing highs. Here's a swing high. Here's a swing high. Here's a swing high. All of these highs. You're not looking to break any swing lows, right? That's why when I was here somewhere, I was like, oh, I should probably trade this short and go back down to that previous swing low. No, I don't need to because I wasn't closing inside the cloud, right? Here I closed inside the cloud. At this point, I would worry and I would look at the other two moving averages, my 20 and my 50. If I put my 20 and my 50 on here, they're probably right side up, which means I'm not worried about this candle. So let's take a look. Oh, that's not it. Here. So I have a 20 and a 50. Okay. Here's the 20, and the 50. And you can see they are right side up. I'm not worried about this short here. I don't care about this because everything is pointing up. I'm not worried about it. I'm inside the cloud, so I'm not worried about falling short on anything. Also, I don't have any lower highs. I have nothing but higher highs preceding. Yes, I do have this lower high here, but I don't have any lower lows to go along with it. Okay? I don't know who just sent me a message on TradingView. Donnie, if that's you, I'm not going to open it. So, there's that. Let's see what's happening here. Yep, still good there. Transition, we're good. There. Okay. Boop. Let's see here. Yeah, so anyway. Now, I got to be honest with you. I should have just put that indicator back on my chart. That one that I just had here, right? Support. Let's do this one again. Okay. Now, if you want to see true support and resistance with breaks, here 9. I'm doing this because my pivot indicator is set for 9. That's why I'm doing that. If you want to see support and resistance with actual breaks, right? Like I said, you have to break your previous swing to take a long trade. Here's the previous swing high, right? And price breaks it, so you take your long trade. You don't break it anywhere else. Your moving averages are upside down in these areas, so you're not trying to break swing highs yet. You got to be right side up. All of them right side up. Break your swing high, close here, right? Break the swing high, take a long trade to the previous one. Now you break that one. You broke the swing high. Look for the next one. It's here. So you trade up to that level from here to here, right? And then when I say break the swing high, I don't mean the wick comes up. I mean the candle closes. The candle is done trading. It's over. And the close is above that level or above this level, okay? Here you see you do not break that swing high, but you get a new high. So you have to break above this, right? Here's a high, other highs. For example, here's one. You break above, you can trade to that previous lot, high right there, and you get out, okay? It's really just kind of looking left every single time to get into that move. You don't break any more highs, okay? You got no more highs. This candle breaks that high, right? Okay. Look for the high prior to this one and go for it. It's right here. That's your trade, right? So you get out at that level. Just get out and you're done. What happens here? Look. See how the candles actually close in that same area? You're good. Let's see. Now, I put that back on here because I want to see. That's a pivot cloud. I'm turning my pivots off. I'm going to delete my drawings. Okay. And I'll turn this off. There. Now, I made a breakout indicator to tie in with the other stuff, right? So we know we're looking for longs. Here you have a breakout, but you're not sure that you have a breakout. Here you have no breakout. So what do you have? Is it a retest? Is it a possible breakout? What do you have, right? Here, you got to break out somewhere else. You got to break out here, right? Okay, let's try putting mine on. CoffeeShopCrypto, key level breakouts, right? CoffeeShopCrypto, key level breakouts. Let's see. Yep, we're already set for 9. Good. There. It's giving you actual support and resistance zones that you need to break out of, right? Here you go. It's drawing this out instantly. So let's hit the replay. Boom, boom. Give me that. Okay. Now, I have it set for 9 bars, right? Just like the fractals, just like the pivot. Okay, this is this one. Not worried about that. Okay, give me 2, 3. Now, you don't get a breakout. It's not a break. Why? Because the close is way up here. It didn't close through the zone. This is a better visual representation of your support and resistance areas, right? Here's the cloud. It's giving you your support and resistance area. You broke through it, but you also have to break that swing low. You have to close below this. Here you were just ranging because because you're inside the cloud. Give me 2 more candles. Still not closing there. Okay? Now you're inside the cloud. You close above the cloud. Great. But you didn't close above it. So there's no swing yet. However, the cloud itself is a swing. This is a resistance area. If you break that, okay, you broke that. Go for your swing right there. It gives you more entries. So you don't have to wait to break your swing high, right? You don't have to wait to cross this level with a close of a candle. Now you can trade right back to it, knowing that you're outside of your resistance area. This is a resistance cloud. You broke above it. You're above the cloud. Go for your swing high right there. Take the trade. Come on. Go. Almost there. You see how the cloud is getting skinnier? Getting easier to break through? Now, where's my 200 period moving average? My moving averages are getting all mixed up. Okay. Didn't make my trade yet, but my swing low, I mean, you can see where the swing low is, way down here, right? Market gave you a new low. This area is really skinny now. Moving averages are not right side up, not just yet. So this trade, this is a bad entry for a trade. Like, this shouldn't have happened. I turned the moving averages on late. I just want to see my 20 and my 50 right side up. Not there yet. They're getting ready to cross over right there. The 20 and the 50 are touching each other. Okay, they're right side up, but they're underneath the 200. The 200 is rising. So at this point, I could just simply go, look, this level is the same level where I entered earlier. Okay? Let me just drag this out. I closed above that level, right? So I need to close again above this level. Get up. Giddy up. Bounce off of that. 20. We got a rejection of the 200. The 20 and the 50 are still rising. I broke above that level, so this is my entry here. Like, I enter the market here, right? And you can do your Fibonacci, you can do your RSI formula, whatever you like to do. It's 1416. So that's the same place that we entered before. Now, I did this in a few different ways, right? And this time I did it by looking at where's my resistance cloud, right? And where is my resistance area? So you are only going, I'm above the cloud, okay? I'm above, my moving averages are right side up. You're in here. This area was drawn out by this. Now, what is this top line? This top line is my pivot. Let's see. Nope, not that one, sorry. Top line is my pivot. Short-term high pivot right there. See? The top line is my pivot. This bottom line is the zone. It's just the zone of that pivot. That's it. I need to break through that zone to go long. In the meantime, I could only trade to the top of that zone. Okay? Price stops right at the top. My trade's over. I'm waiting for the next move. We get above it. I would like to get a retest. Okay? Now you have a better visual representation of what is happening in the market. You get a nice move up, broke through, retested your 200, but your 50 is still below, right? You should have another little blip where it comes down and then drops back up again. I want to see it come down, get some liquidity. Nice move up. You can see the moving averages are crossing over. Your zone is getting closer to you. Now, I'm not taking this trade yet till I see a long wick on the bottom. Not doing that. Oh my God, when will this indicator be available, Dre? Dre, which one? You're talking about these or this one? Because this is some bad... I haven't even done this with the momentum indicator yet. Like, this was an entry here, right? That was an entry. Sorry. That was an entry because it broke above this cloud and it's above here, like your green here, right? Green again, right? Are you above the cloud? Yep, you just made it above the cloud and you're above your moving averages. Now, here you're ranging. This is where I said I don't want to take any trades. And I was looking at it this way, right? I want to see a nice little long wick sticking down. I want to see a dip into the, like in between my 20 and 50. That's what I want to see. Let's see what happens. Okay, see RSI starts moving down. Okay. Gets back down inside that zone. My moving averages are now one above the other. This fuchsia colored one, let's take this off. Take this off. Now, this fuchsia colored is the 200, the 50. I'm sorry. Yes, the 200, the 50, and the 20. I'm breaking through my 20 a little bit. That is usually an indication of a trend reversal. Once you break through your 20, or you break through your 10 from the 1028, whatever the case may be. Now you can always map this out. If you're worried about it, just find your lows. What's happening? Here's a low, right? You can see that your price is getting less steeper lows, right? It's just a little bit less steep. It's a little bit more flat, whatever you want to call it, right? I broke below the trend line. I didn't necessarily close below the moving average. Get a little bit down there, okay? Come on. Now you can see I still don't have any long wicks out the top, right? I got a dark green candle right here, dark green, okay? But my moving average on the RSI is not green. So this is just a tiny little pump to the previous swing high right there, right? Let's see it go. Does it take? Well, also, it's a manipulated market. I'm sorry. Like I said, to the close on manipulated markets for perpetual. Going to swing highs is spot trading. Going to those, to the closes, that's your trade for perpetual. And look, price actually hits it, bounces back down. Okay. And, okay, there we go. So, like I said, I want to see a long wick in between these two moving averages, between the 20 and 50. That's what I want to see. If you notice, we're a nice equal length. Each one is equally apart from each other. So I want to see a nice green bar down here. Not a light green, nothing like that. I finally have a green moving average. The pivot cloud. Okay, the pivot cloud will be released when I do the website. I'm sorry. All of these indicators will come out when the website is finished. All right, so it looks like we got a small move up coming right here, right? Doesn't really, so the RSI does not get below the moving average, so I didn't get under and then break above. To me, this is not much of a move right here. Green bar, not much of a move. It is an entry, however, you know, it just covers that little scalp right there. Let's see. We've got resistance right here. I can tell this is resistance simply by looking at how this Macchiato trend, this Macchiato RSI, how it's reacting, okay? So we got resistance here. You see how it's giving a nice indication from these others. See this right here? So this is an area to get concerned about. Put on the pivot cloud. Where are you? All right. I'm about to hit this pivot that's up here. I'm inside of a nice zone. What's going on with my breaks? There we go. See, I'm in a zone. This is why I'm having trouble breaking above this price. I'm inside of a zone right now, and I'm hitting this pivot level. So that's what's going on. Where's my other pivot? Let me see. Yeah, there's one down here. I don't need this. This is off. This is off. We already know that we are below our trend line. We crossed below our trend line. So that's when you start looking at, okay, where's resistance? You only want to get into your long trade if you break through the zone, right? And look for another swing high. Looks like I'm swinging low right now. I do have a nice little zone down here, okay? Gray bar. I'm not taking the short. Nope. Now my moving average is red. Now it's moving back up. So this is a range right here. If you want, I mean, it's up to you. This is several things that you can do for price action, right? I'm gonna leave this here. Sorry, I want this, and let's put this the right way. Previous high, previous low, right there. Okay. Taps right into the end of the range, breaks right above, hits the zone. Back into my zone, barely touches the range, right? I believe it's going to come down one more step. Come on, give me something good. Ooh, big breakout. Big breakout. There's nothing that would have indicated for me to know that this would happen. This is pure manipulation. This is also commonly an exhaustion candle. When the wick is almost the size of the body of the candle, that means it went way up and got pulled way back down. There's a massive amount of resistance pushing price back down in this area, okay? Unless the alternative is true, which is that this was a price level that people were going after. See, they got into this range, they closed above the range, and they traded to the other end of the range. That's how you do range trading. You just start from one end, you work your way to the other, back and forth and back and forth. It's my impression that this long wick happened because price went up and then the candle got pulled back down. Why? Because people started taking their profits off the table. So that's why this is still a bullish candle. However, it closed with a long wick on top. This to me is not resistance. Instead, this is just profits being taken off the table. This was an interesting price for people to get to, not get into, right? So let's see what happens on the next candle. Boop, pops up. Let's go. There you go. See? Pops back up. All right, so let me just give you a breakdown real quick of like what's happening in these indicators. Let me make sure that my thing is still working right. Is my thing still working here? Hang on, I gotta test it out. Yep, we're still there. Transition, boom, black screen, I'm back on. Okay. Oops, I can't do that. There we go. There. All right, so there's a few things happening here. Let's turn this one off. Turn this one off. Turn this one off, right? This pivot cloud is just really awesome. So what it's doing is a couple of things, right? Let's just talk about this. The pivot cloud itself is incredible. It's basically showing you a cloud that is a movement of support and resistance. This is true support and resistance. Obviously, if you are below the cloud, let's go here. If you are below the cloud, it is resistance. If you are above the cloud, it is support. You end up hitting it, small area, you end up going above, right? End up continuing above. If you're inside the cloud, okay, this is where you range trade. See how the angle gets very flat and starts just kind of not really moving anywhere. Let me put on the 200 period moving average. All right, see how the 200, price is barely moving, but the 200 is coming up. It's like it's coming to meet price, right? And this happens over and over again. Look at the direction of price compared to what it was doing prior to being inside the cloud. Big move up, and then it got inside the cloud, and it's just flat. It's not really doing anything. Every time it breaks out, it moves up very strong. When it breaks in, it ranges awfully, just really bad. It ranges more. Price will range more based on the size of the cloud, right? And that's because this is just a lot of resistance or a lot of support. It's just, I'm just going to call it a resistance area. That's basically what it is. Price gets inside, doesn't really want to move unless the area of the cloud is really small compared to the size of the candles. Okay. Now I can't give you a ratio and all that stuff. Doesn't make a difference. All you need to know is big cloud, small movement, smaller cloud, more movement, tiny cloud, big movement, big movement. Like look what happened here, right? It broke through and it shot all the way down here. How much of a price difference is that? I mean, that's, let's see. That's from 1802 to 1784. It's a $60 difference. It's great. 60? I'm sorry, $20 difference. All right, so this pivot cloud, great. It gives you pivots on 2 time frames. 2 time frames. I'm looking at a 3-minute chart. These are 9-period pivots, like 9, right? And if I put fractals up here, Williams fractals, right? Let's set them for 9 periods. Okay, there. Now you're going to see, here's a fractal, here's the pivot. Here's the fractal, here's the pivot. Here's a fractal, there's no pivot. Why? Because it's been overtaken by another one, okay? You got a fractal and then a new one. So it's just being overtaken. It's giving you the most recent ones, right? Mine is giving you a little bit better. Oh, wait, hang on. I think I have my low ones off. Sorry. Low one. There we go. That's why. So mine is giving you a little bit cleaner view of the previous swing. You don't need to know that the line was over here. You don't need to see that part of it. You just need to see where it's going, how far it's going, right? Okay, there we go. So yeah, so you need to know, are you going to be breaking that pivot? It just automatically shows you. See? Come on, catch up. There we go. So you can see that this line has already started. It's starting because it says, hey, this pivot is over here, right? Let's do this. You can see that it bounces right off of that line. You have a tiny cloud above you. So you could trade right back to that cloud, right? Right? There you go. What made the pivot? Here's the high of this candle. Put this at the high of this candle, okay? This is where you enter your trade. You can automatically set a limit order to enter the market when you're above this candle. Get in, right? Here's your swing low. It's giving you a new swing low. Oh yeah, and yeah, that's right. You're going to go right to your zone right there. So let's get in. A couple of candles later. Let's go. Oh, big loss on that one, right? We'll take that one off. Oh, duh, stupid me. I forgot to put up my moving averages. I didn't know if I was above or below them. Below them, I only care about the shorts, not the longs. That was a stupid move on my part. So, sorry about that. Anyway, the point is that it's drawing out the support and resistance zone for you, okay? It's not a liquidity area or whatever. It's drawing out pivots for you, okay? 9-period pivots. We can get rid of the fractals. We don't need to see that. The other thing it does is it draws out other pivots for you. Let's get rid of these. I don't want it too confusing. It's drawing high pivots as well, okay? What is this doing here? There we go. So it's drawing out high pivots for you as well, okay? And that's going to be the high time frame pivot. This pivot is a 9-period pivot from a 15-minute time frame, okay? Pivots from high time frames. How about that? And here we go. Yeah, high time frame here, right? High time frame here. And you simply tell it what chart do you want to look at. 15-minute, okay? What if we look at the 1 hour? Draw it up. And again, you could shorten the pivot length. I only want to know about 3-period pivots from the 1 hour time frame. So if you took a 1 hour time frame divided by 3, what do you end up with? That's I don't know, 3 into 60 is 20. So it's going to be every 20 candles, right? So it's every 20 candles. We do that to it. There you go. So these are the high time frame pivots across 20 candles. That's it. And I mean, I don't know how much easier to make this for you. Now you get your pivots on 2 time frames. That's great. There we go. So let me see. So that's pivots on that one. It has some extra settings in there. Let's put this back on the 15-minute here. There. And 9. It has some extra things. I just kind of threw them in there. You can get a trend line. So you can see your high time frame trend line, right? You don't have to have the pivot, but maybe you just want to know what the trend line is. Like what is the direction of the high time frame? High time frame highs are getting lower and the lows are getting higher, right? So now you can see what's happening. Your highs are getting lower at this point. Your lows are getting higher. Again, you squeeze in. So now you got a what? You got a what? Got yourself a little channel from here. Let me draw this backwards. Oh, right here. We'll just draw it this way. To that low right there. Okay? There. What was my low before this? Right here. What was my high before this one? Sorry, I put on the wrong low. Low. And the current high right there. Okay, price comes down, stops right there, breaks above. Then you need a new trend line. Because you're above your pivot cloud. You're above it. Let's pull this one off. The ripple, you already know what that's doing. Nothing special there, right? Because I didn't add anything new to it. And then you have this. Drawing out. Oh, wait, no, hang on. The ripple does have something new, which you don't have on yours just yet. Show your ranges. High time frame ranges. Okay, I'm looking at a 3-minute chart. I want to see ranging market from a 15-minute time frame. This is what happens when you have too much volatility or not enough volume. Okay, these are the areas where you get kind of things start getting a little tricky. You want to stay away from these areas, and it draws it out for you automatically. Let's go back to here. Let's see. Come on. So you can see price entered into the moving averages right here, and it just started ranging. So once you get a high and a low, as an example, here was your low. This was your high. You can end up trading inside that on a smaller time frame, right? Go here. I'm waiting for this to give me another range. So I'm going to show you how this box actually adjusts itself as you are watching it play out. Come on. Where's the range? I should be getting one now. According to price action, I should be getting one. There we go. So, at least 2 candles have to be ranging for the box to show up, right? At least 2 candles have to be ranging. Now, what happens if your price, right, breaks outside of this box, but it's still ranging? Because the trick is, just because price breaks the range, does that mean that you go long or short? No, it doesn't. Because you could still be ranging, right? Come on, give me something good. Okay, this is good. So the price broke out and pulled back in, okay? And yep, the box did not move. Usually what happens is the box will adjust itself, right? It'll get bigger or smaller as it needs to. But you can see that it actually didn't even continue. Now price is not ranging anymore. So I can see the moving averages are curving up and it's starting to curve down again. So I'm looking for my previous swing low. Right here's the low. I need to close below that low, right? Let's see. Again, we're on a perpetual market and I see long wicks on the bottom. Here's your swing high as well. There we go. Breaks short, but I have a longer wick on the bottom than I do on the top. I don't trust it. Should also turn this on, see where we are. Okay, looks like we have momentum to the downside right here. Starting to the downside. We break below that range. We should be able to get into a short trade from here and go to a swing low. That was a decent swing low. This level here. Oh, it's our, oh, sorry. That one there. Oh, it's pulling against me. Big move against me. Gets into a swing. Looks like it grabs a lot of liquidity right here. There it is. So yes, this is a new trend in the market. It is called the double liquidity takeout. Okay? You end up seeing your move start, right? Your move begins, you enter your short trade, but then it pulls back, takes out the highs and takes out the lows, and continues at that point. It usually continues in the same original direction. Now you see, this is not normal. Like I said, when this box began back here, take a look at what the box is doing, okay? It's only this big. What happens when price is still ranging or it's overly volatile? Okay, now, see that this low is lower than this low. This is where the box was before. Now it's here, right? Let me just put this here so you can see what happens. See, now the box is saying, hey, stay away from this. Do not take this as a breakout. This is dangerous. There we go. I was going to tell you to plot the kill zones on your chart too. That would be where you see those huge swings that seem random, but price is usually seeking liquidity during those times. Kill zones. I like that. So these breakouts right there. Okay, you see them right there? Yeah, that's good. Zone's real small because it didn't have real confluence in there. Let me take these off here. There we go. So this is automatically drawing out. This is your zone. And this is an area of liquidity. If you look back, you'll see that, yeah, there was some movement down here. I'm looking for what I usually see as liquidity. Right here, right here. Yeah, it's already tapping into it. There. To the right. So yeah, this is telling me that price never closed inside this area. It never closed inside that area. So price should come back and it wants to tap this again. It already took liquidity out of this area, but it's such a long wick. There's more area down here. There's more liquidity down here. Come on, load up. Doing price action, this is what I see. Okay, here. Nope, nope. Yep. Here. There. Now, see? Just barely made it down there. So there's still more liquidity above and below both of these areas. And this box is basically saying, it started forming and it basically said, hey, stay away. Stay away, right? Let me turn that off now. So the Thripple is going to have these ranging boxes soon. There we go. To let you know when you should stay out of these certain types of moves. Okay, go in there. Now, here is that new liquidity area, right? We already marked it. It's right there. This is actually, since it's right next to liquidity, this is an inducement area. Price gets down here and it induces people, okay? It induces people to get into a trade. It says, hey, I'm going to get down there. If my wick comes down and it closes above this line, then, and this is what people are doing. If my wick comes down, touches this area, and the candle closes in this area, I'm going to, like this, right? Oh, sorry. There's the area. There's the swing low. They're going to get to the close of this candle, right? They want to close there. And they want to take another long trade and go back here. Because they're going back for this like previous swing high right here. That's usually what happens in the trades, right? Here we go. I'm going to set it over here. See where it goes? Okay. You see here, right? This is at 1787.9. Let me do this. 1787 point. Nope. Not one. Come on. Oh, I turned off my thing. There, 0.9. There we go. So you see, price came down, hit that little area, right? But I think that there's still, you know, some traps right down here. Come on, load up. They're going for that take profit right there. Good deal. Look at that. There's that nice trade. All the way up to that liquidity area, tapped out, and it's over, right? I would get out there. See? Red bars. Breaking below your 20. Moving down, and now you're in a new range right here. Let's just kind of move this down here. Right there. This one I don't really want to adjust. Right there. Back into that liquidity area. And there. Is it going to back down here? Let's see, right? Breaks below. This is a true breakout here. This is not a pivot indicator. This one, not a pivot, right? There's a triple. See, this is not a pivot indicator. I turned off the pivot indicator. This is a breakout indicator. There you go. See? Needs more liquidity, goes right back down. The double liquidity takeout move. It happens very often now. Very often. Clean trade. Thank you. London, 2 to 5 a.m. Yep. That's right. That's right in there. You're right. Thanks for that London session call out. Okay. Pivot cloud. Yes. So anyway. All right, people. I'm going to go get some dinner. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I was really just doing this to kind of like hang out for a little bit and just kind of, you know, see how these indicators are performing, right? They seem to be doing very well right now. The pivot cloud, this is really awesome, okay? You can see what had happened here. Let me take this out right there, right? See how price barely wanted to move, right? It got to this breakout, but it was inside, right? It got to that breakout, but it was inside the pivot cloud. So it wasn't really going to go anywhere. Let's break this out. There we go. So it was above the cloud, which means you're still above your 200, right? You're still above the signals that you want to be above. It originally was above, came back inside the cloud. You have a breakout area. This is telling you this is an area that you need to break to end up into a short trade. And this is an area you need to break to end up in a long trade. However, keep in mind, let me just tap a few candles here. Keep in mind, you are inside the cloud, okay? You are inside this resistance area. It's a new type of price void, okay? You cannot believe that there is enough volume to break through this level. You can't do that. So you have to assume once you get down here, price is going to reverse and go right back. First you need to get back to your resistance area, and then you need to get back to your liquidity area, right? So it's here. Tap a few forward. Come on. There you go. So closes just above it. Nice little liquidity grab. It's probably going to drop just once and then go back up. Okay, see, drop once and then go back up. That's what it's doing. This is proper price action. When it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. See, nice, slow, steady move up. Higher highs, higher lows. Same thing for the bearish candles. The bearish candles have higher highs and higher lows. For those of you who don't know, my gray candles are bullish. My dark gray candles are bearish. All right, just want to let you know that. Okay, keep moving up. There we go. Looking for that liquidity up here, right? Come and get it. Thank you. There you go. So basically, an area that gets tapped, all right? There's a word that's called mitigation. This is not mitigated. Mitigated means it is gone, okay? But this is an area right now where there is liquidity. This candle came up and it only put a wick in here. It needs to close in that space. Okay, there. See the close is at this level? Okay, great. Now there is only this much liquidity in that area. So if you're drawing out your support and resistance areas, like as zones, which you should be, you can make an adjustment. You get a new close there, great. You still have more liquidity left in this area. Okay? The close is down here. It did not mitigate anything, so no big deal. See if it pops up a little higher. Nope, it doesn't. It just wanted some liquidity. Maybe it's going to pop up again. So, broke below, right? Only got down to here. It's still inside the cloud, and it's having support issues inside the cloud. Okay, now you're below the cloud. Ooh, with a long wick down the bottom. This is true price action. This is amazing. It's like really amazing. So once you broke below this and broke below your cloud, all you had to do was, again, like I said, look to the left. You closed below the cloud. You closed below your break low. Look for the previous price swing. Look at it. Look down here. Price swing low. Okay, right there. Draw a line. Where's my line? Nope, not that one. There we go. Draw a line right there, and your price will come down to it. Tap a little bit of liquidity. Okay, it'll tap it a little bit, and then you have to wait for price action to move. You can see it's already curving back up. Does it get back into the cloud? Nope, it's using the cloud now as resistance. Look, came up, made a small bullish candle, a bigger bearish candle. RSI came up, came back down. So this is giving you a better indication of what direction price is going to go in, and it's telling you why. Because you're hitting this cloud, right? Price is dipping low, right? Little liquidity, grabbed it right there, long wick on the bottom. Go back and grab this one, okay? There is, from my personal view, this. There, okay? Now I got two candles closing in that area. This area is now mitigated, gone. Funny how price makes its way to the top of the candle, long wick out the top. The candle reverses. See? This is a resistance area. Big move to the downside. Where is it going to? You tell me. You tell me where it's going. I don't know. You tell me where it's going. It's giving you targets. It's giving you everything that you need, all in 1-2 indicators, okay? I can combine these two, but it would be a lot of stuff, right? Go for the high time frame. Let's take this. Nope, not that one. Taking this. There we go. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for my night. I'm going to wrap things up. You can see that your pivot here and your pivot here. Let me turn off the other one. There. So you got a high pivot and a low pivot. I'm on a 3-minute chart. Let's set this for 15 minutes. 3 minutes. Set it for 5 minutes. Let's just take a look at the immediate chart up. Also, I want to drop this down to about 5. There. So you see how nicely it's drawing out your ranges for you. Okay, here's your range that you should be trading. Let me get to a new range. Okay. So here's your high, and you got a higher high. You got a low and a lower low. So it's spreading out, right? Now you have a low and a lower one down here. You have lows. What I want to know is when the lows get higher or the highs get lower. That's what I want to know. The high got lower. Okay. What does that mean? I'm going to connect this to that. The high got lower, but my low did not get higher. Unless I look for a backwards one here. That's this and this. These two. There's my area. Let's go. Now, tell me this indicator is a joke. Or you could tell me that it's really good. Price came down, couldn't stay below that trend line, closed above the trend line. Now where's it going? Back to a, I don't know, little liquidity area maybe. Let's see. Come and get it. Made new liquidity. Now my cloud is here. And it shoots down. Cloud is here. Shoots down. Momentum is ranging. Because the price is inside the cloud. See? Ranging. And the price is inside the cloud. Following that trend line, let's get back to that liquidity area. I need it. I need some movement right there. Liquidity has just moved. Entry right here. Go to the top. See what happens. Nice little breakout. Bigger candle outside. Go for the previous swing high. So, bigger candle. Go for the previous swing high. I'm looking for an RSI value above this. It's basically here. Right there. Okay. No problem. There you go. See? That level. Right there. So these indicators will have you understanding price action a little bit more cleanly just by drawing some things on your charts. Okay. I have a lot of things showing up on the chart right now. You don't need to have this many. What we could do is here, short-term pivot, set it for 50. Just take a look at the long term. There we go. Okay. Now you can see when you break through your pivots, when you're above them or below them, you can see that you are either above or below your cloud. And when you're above your cloud, right, here's the cloud. When you're above your cloud, what's your target? If you break the top of your target, what's your next target? It's back here, right there. You need to close above that. That's it, okay? The opposite is true if you're below, right? Opposite is true if you're below. So you break below your cloud, you're still inside this zone. Now you're breaking through that zone at this point right here, right? Below the cloud, below that inducement, you're below this breakout area. You can trade down to right here, right there. Where's your swing high from this point? You want a swing high. Prices right there, right? Take that high. You could always do that. Down to here. RSI value is 9. It's going to be take profit 1 right here. If it was 10, it would be take profit 2. So at some point, it's take profit 2, right? And that's way over here. Breaks below, retest, breaks below. 5, so from here to here, this is take profit 1 again, inside the zone. So, all right, peeps, end of my night for me. I want some pizza. I'm going to go hang out for a little bit in the kitchen. And I hope everybody enjoyed a little bit. I will see you all tomorrow when I record a video for you about the right way and wrong way to enter the market and how to use pivots like a pro, okay? I'll get you into that, okay? New video coming out tomorrow, how to use pivots like superb. All right, people, later.